The air in Madison Square Garden was electric. This was Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The date was Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. Two proud franchises, the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. They were battling for a coveted spot in the NBA Finals. The world's most famous arena was pulsating with unmatched energy. The New York Knicks hadn't hosted an Eastern Conference Finals game since 2000. 25 long years of waiting for this moment. Their fans were beyond ready. They were starving for this. A sea of orange and blue, a deafening roar from the opening tip. The Indiana Pacers entered this cauldron as the underdogs. Many had counted them out against a surging Knicks squad. New York had the home court advantage, a powerful force. But these Pacers, young and fearless, seemed unfazed by the spectacle. From the very first whistle, the intensity was palpable. Both teams came out with tremendous energy and focus. This wasn't just another game. This was playoff basketball at its finest. The stage was set for a memorable encounter, and it delivered. The New York Knicks, fueled by their ecstatic home crowd, started strong. Jalen Brunson, their undeniable leader, immediately made his presence felt. He attacked the basket with purpose, his skill on full display. The Garden erupted with every Knicks basket, every defensive stop. The Pacers, early on, seemed to be searching for their offensive rhythm. They struggled to contend with the Knicks' initial onslaught. The energy in the building was a significant sixth man for the Knicks. As the game progressed, the Knicks methodically built their lead. Their ball movement was crisp, finding open shooters. Karl Anthony Towns showcased his versatile scoring ability. Defensively, New York was active, forcing turnovers and tough shots. Coach Tom Thibodeau's trademark defensive intensity was evident. The Knicks held a commanding 14-point lead with under 3 minutes remaining. Madison Square Garden was rocking, fans anticipating a Game 1 victory. The Pacers looked deflated, their hopes seemingly fading fast. The Knicks just needed to close out these final few minutes. But in the NBA, as we know, the game is never truly over. Then, out of almost nowhere, a spark emerged for Indiana. That spark was Aaron Nesmith, and he caught absolute fire. With the game on the line, he began to hit crucial shots. One three-pointer fell, then another, and then another. Each shot felt like a direct challenge to the celebrating Knicks fans. Suddenly, a seemingly insurmountable lead began to shrink. The Pacers, down by 14 points with so little time, found life. Nesmith's shooting display in those final minutes was simply breathtaking. He wasn't just hitting open shots, he was making tough, contested threes. The Knicks' defense, which had been so solid, now scrambled to cover him. But Nesmith was in a zone, a place all great shooters find. His teammates recognized this, feeding him the ball, trusting his hot hand. The momentum, so firmly in New York's grasp, started to subtly shift. You could feel a ripple of unease spread through the Garden. Aaron Nesmith finished the game with an astounding 30 points. His scoring barrage set the stage for an even more incredible finish, a testament to his hard work and his readiness for the big moment. The final seconds of regulation ticked away with painful slowness. Indiana had clawed their way back, but still trailed by 2 points. The score stood at 125-123 in favor of the Knicks. The ball, as it so often does in these moments, was in Tyrese Haliburton's hands. The entire arena was on its feet, the noise deafening. Every eye was fixated on the Pacers' young superstar point guard. Could he deliver a miracle for his team? The tension was almost unbearable to watch. Haliburton, under immense pressure from the Knicks' defense, lost his dribble. For a heart-stopping moment, it looked like the chance was gone, but he quickly regained control, his composure unwavering. He dribbled back out towards the three-point line, creating space. The clock was relentlessly counting down. 3, 2, 1. He had to get a shot off, and quickly. Haliburton rose up and launched a long two-point jumper. The shot arced high, a silent prayer hanging in the air. It struck the back of the rim, bouncing improbably high. Then, almost in slow motion, it kissed the iron again and dropped through the net. The game was tied at 125-125. In the aftermath of his incredible game-tying shot, Tyrese Haliburton did something bold. As his teammates celebrated, he turned to the stunned New York crowd. He made the unmistakable choke signal, a gesture loaded with history. It was a direct taunt to the Knicks fans, a moment of supreme confidence. He embraced the role of the villain, This added drama to an unforgettable game. The gesture brought back memories of Reggie Miller, a Hall of Famer and Knicks nemesis. In the 1994 Eastern Conference Finals, Miller taunted Spike Lee, using the same choke signal. That moment became iconic NBA lore. Now, Haliburton echoed that defiance, a stunning piece of basketball theater. With the game tied at 125 apiece, the teams headed into overtime. The atmosphere in Madison Square Garden remained incredibly charged. 5 extra minutes would decide this thrilling Game 1. Both teams were undoubtedly fatigued after such a grueling regulation period. But adrenaline and the desire to win pushed them forward. The Pacers, having snatched momentum with Haliburton's shot, looked energized. The Knicks, on the other hand, had to regroup from the shock. They had led a significant lead, and seemingly the game slip away. Indiana carried their newfound confidence into the overtime period. Tyrese Haliburton continued to orchestrate the offense brilliantly. He made smart decisions, finding open teammates or scoring himself. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner made crucial plays in the extra session. The Pacers' defense also tightened, getting key stops when they needed them most. Every possession felt monumental, the tension ratcheting up with each play. The Knicks, to their credit, did not fold easily. Jalen Brunson, who had an outstanding game, tried to will his team to victory. But the Pacers seemed to have an answer for every Knicks push. The final buzzer sounded and the Indiana Pacers had done it. Tyrese Haliburton's final stat line was truly magnificent. He finished the game with 31 points and 11 assists. He grabbed 4 rebounds and shot 52% from the field. His game-tying shot was the highlight. He controlled the tempo, especially late in the game. This was a signature performance on the biggest stage. Aaron Nesmith's contribution was sensational. His 30 points came on 9 for 11 shooting. Pascal Siakam added 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Miles Turner chipped in with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Andrewnembhard scored 15 points. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson was spectacular with 43 points. Karl Anthony Towns had 35 points and 12 rebounds. The Pacers hit 15 of 37 from three-point range. The Knicks struggled, making only 11 of 34. Turnovers were also a massive factor in this contest. Madison Square Garden, especially for a Knicks playoff game, is always a star magnet. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals was no exception. The celebrity row was packed with famous faces from various fields. Actor Timothée Chalamet was spotted, decked out in orange-themed attire. Comedians Ben Stiller, Jimmy Fallon, Dave Chappelle, and Tracy Morgan were present. Music icons Mary J. Blige, Busta Rhymes, Bad Bunny, and Lenny Kravitz enjoyed the action. Martha Stewart, John Hamm, and Jennifer Hudson were also in the building. The legendary Spike Lee, of course, was in his customary courtside seat. It wasn't just current celebrities. Knicks royalty also turned out. Former franchise stars like Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire were there. Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Latrell Sprewell, and Stephon Marbury, names that echo in Garden history, watched on. J.R. Smith, another fan favorite, was also in attendance. Their presence added to the historical weight and significance of the night. They witnessed a game that will surely be talked about for years, one that evoked memories of their own playoff battles in this arena. A curious sideline incident involved actor John Hamm. During the game, a loose ball bounced towards the sideline seats. Hamm, sitting courtside, grabbed the ball. This incredible overtime win for the Indiana Pacers was far more than just one victory. It was a profound statement to the rest of the league. To come into Madison Square Garden, face that hostile environment, and win Game 1. To do it after being down 14 points with under 3 minutes left. That speaks volumes about this team's character, resilience, and talent. They didn't just steal a game, they snatched it in the most dramatic way possible. This sets an electrifying tone for the remainder of the series. A young team making a very loud noise. The impact on the series dynamics is immediate and significant. The Pacers now lead the Eastern Conference Finals 1-0. They have effectively seized home court advantage from the Knicks. For New York, this is a devastating psychological blow. To lose a game they seemingly had locked up on their home floor. They now face the pressure of needing to bounce back quickly. The Pacers, meanwhile, will be riding an incredible wave of momentum. They proved they can win under the brightest lights and most intense pressure. For Tyrese Haliburton, this game, and specifically that shot, is legacy-defining. This performance will be replayed and remembered for a very long time.